Hello, welcome back to Landsford Fever 2. We're back on the map again with unlimited money. Of course. Anyway, we're continuing where we last left off, doing with Fright. What is that shit doing? Anyway, but into this one, we're pretty much moving away from just doing an individual. We're going for the fire main line situation of getting stuff done with. We have got at least a decent enough for logos here. Yes, we've got some royalties here as well. Variants of the OBB 1020 or the EBR 94. The EBR 94. And what we're going to do today is, well, we're going to get a main station built somewhere in the middle of the map. Roughly in the middle anyway. For it then to deliver to all corners. Which I think isn't going to be an easy task, no matter. But I think we can do it. We might have to dump it in the middle here, though. Full at, and I think get off so I can actually just end it around. We'll dump it in the middle of nowhere, but hey ho. And I think a big station is probably going to be required, but it's probably not going to be sensible there. Unless I utilise some of that passenger line as well. Might be better off doing that. So, but dump it down around here. Will probably be the idea. So if I dump it somewhere here, then what I am going to do is not use that road. Get that road. Put a straight bit of road there. Then get the central road built like that. It will all come clear in a minute. Because what we've got, obviously, on the map, we've got 6 types of end goods. And multiple resources. Well, multiple resources is going to be coming in and out. So, what can we say by train? Quite a few goods can come in by train as well around here. So I'm going to build probably a smaller platform wise than that. I'm going to do 6 and then 6. Well, a very good suspicion that industry is not coupled. No. Neither of them are actually connected up, so obviously this is going to have to come in. Of course, if I did that, it would be. But in theory, we'll only need one of those. No, it's doing is linking that up. Anyway. So, we're going to get on with the freight main lines first. How are we going to do this, you may ask? Apart from run it along here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the bridge over the river to start from. Why not? Let's actually put that up one higher. Put that up one higher. Perfect. Perfecto. Stop bending the bridge. To start from. So the plan will be to have multiple trains running along here. And just build from this angle. only just so it can actually build what I want it to build, not where it wants it to build. And then last but not least, the other line. It's up to the bridge at least. Once again, it's doing the horror of making the fourth rail bridge be a very ugly looking bridge. That is as close as I can get it. That looks hideous. It's trying to keep it flat, which is a big fat no thanks. For that anyway on that instant. That's better. As we now chase around the coast, until it then breaches off to go into the station. It's going to be easy if I do that, I think. Do a massive gap to build that in. Actually, that's probably not going to work either, considering what I want to do. That's not going to work either because it's joint there. So 2 tracks and 2 tracks. This madness will be unbuilt late in a minute. So up into there, that's connected, good. So to start from, let me get this connected. Let's get it up to 60 at least. Or say, oh, let's have a connection of 70. Then go into there. What I'm going to do is go to there. That's a noisy ship going past. Dead straight it for a little while with the connection. And then do this side as well from that point. So it's roughly in the same sort of area, but it's going to be a little bit slower. Crossover. Crossover. I don't think that will work somehow. Nope. Then crossover to that side as well. And then vice versa. They can access not every platform, but every platform in their correct direction pretty much. That's the idea for this. Signal there and a signal there. Signal, 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 and signal. Oh, and fleet cars available. So yeah. So that is a decent gap anyway. And then that track will bend itself off that way. And then obviously this way. What I'm going to do actually is do the connection straight. Hello, AutoSave. Come on, Auto. And the Metroliner are now available. Do a connection. 60 will do, or 59 as it wants to be there. I'm going to make this dead straight up to that point as well, or just in front. Ooh. The Fright's going to take a while to get into use because it's going to be a lot of work and a lot of building for that matter. So I will say sit back and relax. So doing a different type of way here than that side. So now I'm just going to bend it around slightly just so it can connect. Because now we're going to have to get these up and over as pronto as humanly possible. But at the same time, we don't have to do that. I can just do it like this. They're not the same curvature, I'm aware. Hopefully they are roughly the same sort of height though. And doing it like this, it might allow me to do a slight diamond sort of design instead, so which it will. If you are curious why you can't get diamonds, that's that why. Because they need to be a flat little junction like that. Then vice versa, signal, 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 and signal. Then come out here. I don't do it close to the junction because that looks hideous and very unrealistic to my opinion. Anyway, that would do. So the next thing is to get that up and over. 1, 2, 3, go. Schmack and schmack. Then curve it into that bit there. Handy, handy, handy. Up and over and then back down again. Suppose I'd better go underneath the rail, the freight rail bridge, aren't I? Passenger rail lines. Just to make it a little bit easier. Suppose if I do that, I'll do it via that side first. Are you forcing me into doing a bit there? Yeah, good. Bosh. So all it does is it crosses the other side of the river, joins itself back up again, then scoots itself out of the way. Past another refinery. So make this the only time that I'm going to run a passenger train with a freight train probably on the same sort of track. So I'm roughly going to say about here. Eek. That doesn't look hideous, but it's going to have to do that. Yes, I've done high-speed track to get it onto the passenger line deliberately. Just so there's not much of a slowdown. Alright, good. That's not going hideous. That's fine by me. And I mean a slowdown less than 1 sit rented, obviously. Because obviously it's going to fly straight into 120 territory. Does mean it's time to put in a signal there and there. Then a cheeky one here for that. So that's done, so at least that's sorted out. Then it will nip back off again. Probably after Alverstone and head into this sort of area where there's a lot of farms by the looks of it, more of a farmy area. But it will deliver cargo to all these towns. That they will probably straight away deliver there, I think. And to there. So actually, we might need a bit more of one of these on it. Yes, there's a reason why I'm going to do 2 sides. That though will get that, whatever. While I'm here, I want to put a depot there. And I'm actually going to get that set up right now. And yes, I'm going to tell it to use both sides. So, Unswick, well, to, I'm not going to put it as what it's called, but it is central. That's not central, is a stupid central freight hub. So central freight hub main. So if I'm now looking at that, that is east. Once again, that's the wrong central. Central freight hub east. And central freight hub west. Then that's obviously to cargo side of things anyway. So what we got here? We got a tank. Yep, we do. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 5 because it's close. They're not going to do absolutely naffle until we've got the line going. So where are we putting the hub? The main freight, the southwest freight hub. Yeah, good question. I think I'm going to go round here. Let's go for road first. It's only because it's actually quite a dead flat area. I say dead flat area, and it's raising itself up. That'll do. So 8 platforms. Of course, it's raising itself up because that's the flat ground down here. Oh well, we'll make it as a freight. Then it will be. I'm gonna actually say this might have to be downhill slightly, but at the same time, think Southie and Tunbridge is the halfway point for this. So what we've got here, we've got one train. Yeah, that's quite a few here. So I probably actually want a big one as well. I'm going to do it just down the hill though. Ah, that would have been good if we could fit that in there. One down. Perfect. That'll fit. Bosh. Don't need it that height. Don't need it like that. Road bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over the railway line. Actually, could I get one down though? There. And hump the bridge. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that looks nice, that does, to be fair. Fish. Bash. Then just so it connects into town without them having to go the world's most longest way around. And bosh. And I'm just going to do that. They can hypothetically build up this far now. So the main Fright is the spawn first, which we're going to deal with first. This ain't going to be an easy connection, is it? Because it's not going to be like this, I can tell you that. Which I'm going to do something a bit different. The other part is obviously up high, so it's not going to be fun. So I'm just going to do that dead straight. That one there can come out dead straight. Then I think you can come in first. Yeah, you can come on to the line in, and then you. This will run itself on the edge for a little while. So it's a full tracked up section for a little while. And then you can come from here. Bend yourself in. Bend yourself in. So hypothetically what I'm going to try and do is have it so the trains can hypothetically queue on its own track area. Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Because I've done the wrong track. Whoops. That's still going to work. Kind of. Oddly enough, it's now quicker. Anyway. And then that can go into that side. And then vice versa. So it's almost like the hub in that north side of things. So I'm just going to the 4 track will continue for a little while. You'll understand when I start getting the trains running, and I might put the trains out, all the trains out now. Because what is there? There's box, trucks, or gondolas, depending on what you want to call them. There is. Oh, we've got a new bridge unlocked. The stakes. I need a depot to look. I've completely forgotten what wagons there is. So there's obviously the box type one. The stake type, trucks, oil. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, 4 lines can split up on 2 tracks. That's fine down here. This is just going to aid in the queuing. Considering there's going to be a lot of lines coming out of here. There will be on the other side. That other side is going to be a complete bottleneck. Actually, that bridge we unlocked. That's what it looked. That's that bridge, by the way. I'm not going to use it here though. Not that one. Is it you? No. It was you. You can be that bridge. That can be the Aboran Bridge, as it can be nicknamed. I know it's got a slight curve in it, but that can do that bridge. That can be that bridge as well, because that's probably a bit more of a better suited location for it than crossing the water. Yes, I'm thinking. In theory, it does work for road bridges as well, but probably not that well. Would it work on this bridge quite well, do you reckon? Not really. It's too... not long enough sometimes. Worked there though. So I've got that bridge in a couple of places, so it just makes it a bit more better, so we have got multiple bridges around. I'm still going to keep the viaduct here though. That one can be the boiling bridge though. Right, back to the train. So how far we've got? Quite far distance still to go. This is going to be probably a decently length episode, I think. Oh yeah, I forgot it goes up and down. Oh well. Right, I'm going to go straight, then curve it, probably quite sharply to get around the oil refineries and stuff. Then it can bounce itself up in and out through tunnels, which is actually quite nice to see. Now I hope I picked the right stuff. Bish, bash, and bosh, you done. Correct. Right, that's the main... That's one side done anyway. So obviously these do need signals on every stop platform. So that one will get done in a minute. The only problem is though we can't put a signal until up here for the inbound. Where did I dump the outbound? Up here? Kind of doesn't matter which way they go to come out, but it is going to be done like this. Bishy and bashy and boshy. So that should be alright. The other thing is I am going to put in the cheeky waypoints in as well on the track. Just so it gets pinned down for a different way and so forth. So it's obviously not just 4, there's at least 8 either way, say. This is going to get overwhelmed very quickly. So I'm going to do this line first. To be fairness, I could use the ship really, but I have made these probably too low. I'm not going to bother shipping because they're not the easiest. And I say they're easy, but they're just too laggy to build. We're going to use a lot of trucks, I think, for this station, I think. As well. Hypothetically, this is not going to be an easy one. This will have a different type of junction as well. So road, all the truck stops. Yeah, this one's going to need a bit more of a... Might have to have a slight shunt line as well on it. So do either side just to boost the thing up. The mileage up. On you, I can configure at least to make these look slightly bigger. I think these should also be the longer platforms, but oh well. So I want to get this more or less going, so I'm not going to have too care and attention on what this looks like. I want to get this done so we can then move on to other goods in the next start putting on another more of the goods going around and stuff, so it's got a bit of interest for people, for you, the viewer, to watch. Freeway point because we can. Well, that's a bit too slow for my liking it. That side will probably be 45. Yeah, it'd be too slow. Off of there then. Straight into there. Freeway point. You can go from that point instead. Diamond it up as well so you can get everywhere. Now then, down that way for a tunnel. We'll go dead straight for a little while. So if I can get these at least running and sorted out in this episode, then perfecto. I want to pause, delete, sever the connection temporarily with a freight line running straight through the road. Then grab the high-speed track because it makes it quicker. It guarantees the speed more than anything else. Because I God the hope wonder what that would be if it had so what is it at the moment? So it's 100 and what? Just under 120? If I put normal track down on it for the connection, what is it now? Below 100. Has for Y. If you want just a quick junction, do that. It will keep, and it's actually more or less going to keep it speed up the whole journey now, so that's ultimately a good thing. Push that up. Push that up. So I do wish that we had more level crossing designs, urban. And yes, I'm saying urban, not borders. Whistleboard on whistleboard. Not every train does use their whistles, but so I'm going to signal that up. I still got one more section to do. The signals, well, not just build. There's two signals bits and one bit to build. Yeah, my drift. So inbound. Hopefully the gap's going to be big enough. They're not probably going to be big enough for a lot of locos, but to fit. But there, I'll put that one. I'm not going to bother putting another signal in that, just so it keeps it going there. So we still got all that there to signal up as well. You can tell I just want to get this going. one-way signal there and that. That's a long-ass tunnel. There and there. Play it so it actually gets stuff moving. Hypothetically, you can also say you're looking over the track and making sure it's all kept pulled, and we've got no problems anywhere. That is on the wrong side. There and there. Even did I put one there? Yeah, I did. It's up there. That's going to be fun to watch some trains fly through the platform. Anyway, hopefully. So the next part is all the way to come up here. First things first, this time though, I'm going to build a bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it comes over that. Can we have a flat bridge, please, game? Thank you. So yeah, we got all the bridges. Of course, that bridge does a different bridge if you do it as a small one. So I'm going to use a small one. Put that into that. That's not a main connection, so it can be severed and stay severed. And then vice versa, that can go there. You're in and you're in. Perfect. So now it's called delete you and delete you and delete you. It's going to do a bridge anyway. It can do that bridge then. Oh yeah, I'm going to need to make a bridge over the river, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Dead straight. Dead straight. Dead straight. That is flat as well, which is quite hilarious. You. Eesh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over those two. Then bish, bash, bosh. Sorry for this camera movement, I'm trying to get this done quick. I do believe a bridge has built itself. Although the 218's been unlocked. The 130 as well has been nipped out, so that's good news. If you want to be a bridge, be that one. Dead straight as far as I can build it, probably up to there. In through the tunnel and into there. This ain't flat. Road. Don't need the upgrade, don't want that. Come on, Auto. Goodbye, road. Hello, road. Wrong platform. Max out the platform. And then it will be... probably a through station might be better off for this one. And probably, it will probably ultimately, I said probably too many times, on the road, see, as well. I am not doing the big platform, am I? You. Then it can be enlarged by doing this. While I'm here, I'm going to stick a depot on it. Make that something which I don't use that much. And then same with this one here. I'm not going to design anything too extravagant to the car. So bosh the track into there. You're not doing that. So, 1, 2. Come on, join up. I'll do it that way then. Too slow. That'll do. We won't be having a freeway point on this one. And signal. Riveting content. Anyway. Get you going. I think you can see where I'm going with this. That signal that. Signal. One-way signal just so it forces it on one line. Either way, that is a heck of a long tunnel. But that's going to be very good at splitting them up. Signal on a bridge. Very laggy game over the bridge. The plan is there won't be that many, but there will be a lot. It will look like a lot of trains, but it's not going to be probably per line, probably not many. Just so it makes it after backup and so forth, everything. There and there. There and there. Cheat the one way out. There and there. There and there. There and there. There and there. Perfecto and done. Right, that will only work for 2 lines, I've decided, won't it? So, suppose I better put in another depot somewhere. So I'm going to make it come off of here, then it can actually go into all the tracks. As it were, because that's probably a bit more sensible. And do a signal there. I will probably never send anything back to the depot, so... But, just for realism, crossover. Very slow crossover, because I'm probably not going to use it. Um, 44. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 2 parts to this episode, I think. So, what I'm going to do is... This is probably going to be 2, so this might even be now 3 weeks worth of episodes. So, that is just about impacting the track, but I'm going to ignore it. So, for the last and final bits then we're going to have a quick peep at statistics. Go to vehicles. Let's have a look at the con edition. So I'm going to guess very good's at the top, yeah. Like through them all. What we've got here, the buses are down the bottom. So what we've got for buses, anything new? Yeah, we do, got that one. Could this keep me at the bottom going? Pretty please. So no trains are on here apart from the steamies are starting to get to the bad point. So I've placed them with, I'm going to do the goldfish, why not? Could just do it by that method, but hey ho. Another one. Replace that lot with the other goldfish. One button again. That's data layer. I'm going to upgrade everything to that steamy, I think. So bus. Why not? That can be the goal. That bus. Why not? And then last but not least, sadly, do I say goodbye to a steamy, or do I go to something else? Because what years did you technically unlock in? 1936. Give or take, all these hit from big boys are newer and faster. No, I'm going to do a different steamy and keep it steamy, but we're going to do Dragons. So something that can do that type of speed that is in that sort of era. Give or take, that's too modern. That is probably the correct sort of carriaging for it. So what's that? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, say 5, say 6. All do. And all good. Good. So now everything is just up to mediocre. So we've got stuff down here which will get replaced very shortly. And they're all quite decently full, actually. Anyway. Long carriages, yes, on an OBB logo. Anyway. So, like I said, I'm gonna end it here then, guys. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next episode, which will technically be part 2 for this. So, once again, thank you very much for watching, and have an awesome day. This will be probably an episode for 1 week and the week after. Anyway, there'll be a thing on the screen, probably, if I have remembered to edit. I've not got that far with editing recently. So, yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and have an awesome day. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Everything is much appreciated. If you want to, like the video. Thank you. Goodbye.